into it with this one right here. We got that RV survivor mode. Got that survivor mode, and especially it being with RV coming in with the survivor mode, and then we got that survivor mode. So with this whole one right here being what it is, and especially coming from RV, like RV just coming in from the mode to the survivor. So especially we got this whole survivor and the mode. Like you got the survivor mode coming from RV. And then he's making it coming from another. Like he's bringing this to a whole nother thing. Like he's putting it to another listed thing. But especially with his whole thing and his whole mimic thing coming in with this one right here to this main one right here. But especially with everything else, his all his other music too, and his lyrics music, he got some like lyrical joints, like especially with the whole things. But just coming past this one right here and it being the way it is.
A motion picture by
If I got a piece back that I spent on wax, Lord knows I can get me a rolling. Niggas talk wax, so we gon' crash for an enemy. If I got a piece back that I spent on wax, Lord knows.
Ooh, this one's already pressure. Pressure, like stepping with pressure and the whole and like it's some type of invites this. Like you got the invites this behind this right here. Like they say everything is just be iced this you like everything you the mentalist did. Like this is like a icy one.
If I got a piece back that I spent on wax, Lord knows I can get me a rolling. Niggas talk wax, so we gon' crash for an enemy of progress. We don't use bricks and bottles, so my young G with a skeng on a moped. He'll do it out of love, it don't cost a thing like Jennifer Lopez. K5 max, test it in marshes. Date night, I'll take it to Tarshish. Stays in my bag, I ain't got park it. Hammer and nose with a handle varnish. Even though me and bros in a rap game, still like skin like I'm DJ Target. Get it? Look where it started.
Ooh, like he's coming from that, like especially being
Hammer and nose.
especially being where he's at too. Like he's in the process of being like where he's at, like the whole thing. Like he's in the process of doing the things he's doing. Like especially when you come to like a different, like the mimics and stuff like that too. Especially he's coming from that whole mimic mode. Like he got that mimic mode, especially it being the way it is and the way it just comes from. So it just has a different size to it, different like lyrical thing, especially the way that this whole one just has a different like stand to it.
He'll do it out of love, it don't cost a thing like Jennifer Lopez. K5 max, test it in marshes. Date night, I'll take it to Tarshish. Stays in my bag, I ain't got park it. Hammer and nose with a handle varnish. Even though me and bros in a rap game, still like skin like I'm DJ Target. Get it? Look where it started, red bandanas to the red carpet. Man from an era, Mumsy's kitchen and a Carrera. They were outside. 10, I was in a field like Under Herrera. Old school. Me, I'm Russian, I got the Russian, whack from Sibera. Online it looks good in the hood, but the in a field like Under Herrera. Old school. Me, I'm Russian, I got the Russian, whack from Sibera. Online it looks good in the hood, but the truth is they don't hang in the area. Watch gangs and rise and die like bro, like be my guest. Rise up pole, speed detect, side with toes, no Jesus.
Ooh, especially with that. He said ride with posts, come from that, come with text, coming from this, coming from that. Like especially the things that most things in the whole thing. Like this is like a mimic thing. You got that whole thing. Like he said, rise with the tech and limit with the whole and tech, and you got that whole other thing. So you got the whole just blaming this. It's like coming from a blame to the next. Like you got that blame to the next, and they coming from like a next thing.
Guess, rise up pole, speed detect, side with toes, no cheese and bread. No. My rivals know how I'm coming, done him, they don't wanna meet their death. Never. Have man in survival mode, running, I made it off streets to crack. I coming, watch gangs and rise and die like bro, like be my guest. Rise up pole, speed detect, side with toes, no cheese and bread. My rivals know how I'm coming, done him, they don't wanna meet their death. Never. Have man in survival mode, running, I made it off streets to crack. I coming, oh no, about them.
What do you say? Come hop out on survival mode and they scheming, they running.
Man in survival mode, running. I made it on streets to crack. I come, oh no, about them man, but RV on friendly stuff. Put down P is a vest in wax. Gonna get back if I ever get touched. In Skenge we trust. Got 217s at the end full bus. Loaded. Go bro, don't be a fool. Like a shirt in school, man. I best be tough. Come on. 3 got at once. Went home with my kitchen blunt. Same place 2 of them niggas turn runs. When I fill up my lungs. 2 sticks like I'm hitting a drum. If I lean out the ride, and think it's a stunt.
Ooh, 2 sticks like I'm leaning out, trying to hit the drum. Like, hey, he said it, two hands up, like he trying to, like he was limping for a drum, especially for the drum, and it coming from that. Like you got the whole thing, like you know how it gets heavy and stuff like that. Like they say, you gotta have a different extent to it. Like you gotta come from this sustain to that sustain. Like especially when you got 2 heavy metal things like coming to the full pack.
Home with my kitchen blunt. Same place 2 of them niggas turn runs. When I fill up my lungs. 2 sticks like I'm hitting a drum. If I lean out the ride, and think it's a stunt. That man said we're just rappers, but the more streets, the bigger the guns. Big ones. The bigger the corn. She got and he didn't respond. Lights on phone like a digger that's on. I went Joe and I done. Big ones. The bigger the corn. She got and he didn't respond. Lights on phone like a digger that's on. I went Joe and I didn't reform. On the old block with my blade, cut anything green like I'm trimming the lawn. Not big cameras when we go riding, real gang banging, this isn't a porn. Watch gangs and rise and die like bro, like be my guest. Rise up pole, speed detect, side with Toto, cheese and bread. My rivals know how I'm coming, done him, they don't wanna meet their death. Have man in survival mode, running, I made it on streets to crack. I come here, watch gangs and rise and die like bro, like be my guest. Rise up pole, rise.
And then he said, coming from the guts, like, hey, you got your guts. You got your main guts telling you something, like especially when you get that gut feeling, like you have that gut feeling of something, like you feel like something ain't like something ain't right or something. Like I don't know how to really put it, but it's like you have that gut feeling in the whole thing. Like he said, rising from that tech made the whole thing, and then that gut feeling.
Know how I'm coming, done him, they don't wanna meet their death. Have man in survival mode, running, I made it on streets to crack. I come here, watch gangs and rise and die like bro, like be my guest. Rise up pole, speed detect, side with Toto, cheese and bread. My rivals know how I'm coming, done him, they don't wanna meet their death. Have man in survival mode, running, I made it on streets to crack. I come here.
Uchi with this one right here, survival mode. We had the survival mode, and especially we got the whole mixtape. See, I knew, like, especially with the whole thing, like, I knew it was something with his mixtape coming. Like, he had a mixtape out, like, soon, because I knew that he was, like, he had the whole working. He had it working on he had it in the mist, like, he had it going on, especially with this one right here, but especially with the survival mode to the RV. And then with his whole thing, like especially the way this one just ramped through. This one was like a ramped on one, but we got the survival mode. You guys definitely tune in with this right here. You guys like, comment just from this.